we have to sit down again and agree on the type of constitution under which we are going to live together. That was why the agitation there was Sovereign National Conference when Obasanjo was in power. And Obasanjo said, no, there can be no true sovereignty. And I explained to him then, as I am explaining now, you can now understand, the sovereignty we are talking of is, we don't want a constitution that any government will dictate. Let all the ethnic nationalities come together. Let us agree on a constitution as we had in 2014. The constitution we agreed there will be the guiding principle that will bring us together.
Currently, that the APC presidential candidate has come out to say, we do know that there are issues in his camp. He's alleged that there are forces working behind the scenes to disrupt the 2023 general elections in order to impose an interim government in Nigeria. Do you harbor those same fears that there might be some backdoor plans being hatched in order to unseat what is currently happening, and that there would be an interim government or even just confusion after the elections, maybe with an inconclusive winner? What is your thought on this scenario playing out?
I know there's no time under such an interview to give you all the background. It is part of the rumor that is going on now. That when they know now that they don't expect Peter Obi to galvanize as much following as we are gathering now. They have underrated Peter Obi. He has no structure. He has no that. But the way it is going, then they are feeling some. And again, the APC themselves, they are not agreed on the Jagaban. They are just deceiving him. I've said that before. He's just seeing it now. Now that they are now trying to create some confusion in many ways. One, the Northerners don't want to leave the government. That is the denial in many of you, including all those who are in the peace committee. They don't want to accept the fact that the Northerner doesn't want to leave government. If not, why are they sponsoring another? They don't want Jagaban because they know he's not qualified. I said that. On the basis of this rotation, the Southwest has had its own share. That is my grievance against Jagaban, besides other factors. The Yorubas don't cheat people. We have agreed that when this is in the north, the south comes in. And when they are beginning this new 1999 constitution, we started the disappointment with Abiola. They started with Obasanjo. When Obasanjo ran, it went to Yadua, that's back to the north. After Yadua came back to the south, he went to Jonathan. After Jonathan, he went to Buhari. After Buhari, now it should come to the south. If there is no conspiracy against the southeast, why is it that the two parties don't choose anybody from the southeast? That is why they are causing confusion. And before then, the southeast people and the Igbos have been agitated that they have been sidelined. They don't want them in Nigeria. They want to go. That is the background to IPOD. That is the background to Ibrahim Kanu. And I've said it before, and I told Buhari, this agitation of IPOD, Ibrahim Kanu, Igbo in the southwest, will die down the moment you restructure the country back to federalism. He did not accept. I said, the moment you do that today, you silence them. Now, to me, I have said before, until we change this constitution, there should be no election. But there's nobody to support me. Said I'm talking for anarchy, okay? Now let us have an election. I consider that. We are now trying all sorts of things. Not only that they are maneuvering to vote for another, they are also organizing that when Labour is strong, they go and cause trouble there so that they can cancel all sorts of shenanigans. This is why I'm saying, I just summarize it all. If by any act of omission or commission, you be out, there can be no peace in the country. The South we don't agree, the Southwest we don't agree, because we don't agree for another Northerner to come and rule us for another 8 years. How can we? Are we done this? I take Abubakar, who says a unifier. You are a unifier, you manipulated the constitution of your party in order to make you qualified. Because under your constitution, your party says, President in the North, Chairman in the South. Chairman in the South, President in the North. When it comes to this occasion, I will say, no, we will change the constitution. And it is also known that he read himself, in their primary, all these basis of corruption cannot keep us together. So that's why I'm just saying, well, let us go on this constitutional matter. Let's go on peaceably. I have no army, I have no nothing, but the people are tired of this fraudulent constitution imposed on us, which they will see want to continue. We want to be in Nigeria. The economics of state supports it, but we want to be in Nigeria on equal basis. Not any ethnic group dominating the other. That is the crux of the matter. If Buhari want to leave a legacy for us, let the election go on it is and give it to where it is. Every region has had its own. You pressmen too, you have never asked the question, both from the APC and PDP. Why have they not chosen a candidate from the Southeast? It's a fundamental thing. I have explained that it has gone round. Have they not got any Southerner in their party? Why should they give it to the party, the region that has had it, or to a region that has just completed another thing? I mean, that is a question for your generation to ask. We shouldn't live in denial. All other factors you are getting, you are just begging the issue. The issue is
well said. Very well said.
We must live together in peace on equal terms.
President Muhammadu Buhari has come out publicly to declare his support for Bola Tinubu, saying that he hopes to hand over to him as a successor. Some would say that that would cancel out speculations that some powers that be are working to ensure that a particular region of the country remains in power. What's your thought on that?
I will tell Buhari to say that to the Marine. Who is Buhari deceiving? Ask the question, why should you say it's Jagaban? Is he not aware that Obasanjo said it? Has he not got a Southeasterner in his party who have been helping him to be part of the government? That question is fundamental. And you should put that to him that why this is the question of Afenifere members and the progressive members of the North. The Southeastern are asking, we have been sharing this. Why is it that when the turn of the Southeast, you say you go back to the North or back to the Southwest? That is the problem. We are not prepared to face the truth. We are not prepared to do justice. If there is no justice, there is no equity, there can be no peace. That is the beginning, that is the root of my statement, that to have peace, to have justice, let us put the presidency where it is. And that is the Southeast, presented by UB, with the quality that he has. I'm not even talking about the personal qualities of candidates now. The qualification have said it before. Jagaban is not covered by the fact that he's not qualified to contest. Before you go to the university, they say you must pass A level. The A level is that you have had your thought. They should refute that. Buhari should refute that. APC should refute that. PDP should refute that. As the Southwest not had his own, and they want to deceive us by putting Jagaban there. Jagaban, we have had our turn. Now you go back to this PDP. In the Southeast, not in the West, in the South, what is the question you should ask? You are just beating about the all that reason. You are just beating about the bush. At the beginning, they say, oh, the Southeast people, they haven't got the candidates. When they now produced Bogali, Obi, and others for them, they were overwhelmed. Let us face the fact. If you don't face it, you are just deceiving yourself. The bottom line is, ask Buhari and all the parties, why are they not taking their candidate from the Southeast? It's fundamental. Since you ask me, they are sincere. If Buhari is sincere about keeping Nigeria together.
You're right.
And the question of restructuring is on the manifesto of the APC. They put it aside.
Anyone living in Nigeria knows that this Naira redesign is putting a strain on the average person. It's come with much controversy, from the hoarding of the notes by corrupt bank officials, queues, people vandalizing ATM stalls in frustrations. We do know that the president said that by the end of this week there will be a better resolution, but we also know there are many largely unbanked individuals in Nigeria. Well, it has been told to us that this is to stop a bunch of things happening, including vote buying, since the elections are just around the corner. In your opinion, is this an effective way to deal with this crisis? And would the sacrifices that have been made thus far and all of the strife that we have gone through, would it have been worth it?
Thank you very much. I have said it before, it is one occasion with which I agree with Buhari. That change of the scarcity, I agree with him entirely. But, as typical of APC, when they have a good program, the implementation, it is the implementation that is causing trouble. Put the available Naira, make the new one available, particularly to the lower income. Since about a week now, I've not been able, I have to borrow money from my own staff now to buy newspaper this morning. Because I don't wait the last time to change my money. I have changed everything. And I go to the ATM, I can't get anything. I issue check, I can't get anything. It is that one they should look into. Don't play to the hands of the people who don't want the change. By not implementing the thing properly, flood the place with the new notes, and where you suspect, put a check on it. If I want to withdraw 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, why should you prevent me against those who want to withdraw million, who want to bribe? So you give room for these allegations. I beg Buhari and APC and the central bank to put more money, make more money available. You can't say if you don't put a deadline to it. The old one you don't want, the new one you don't make available. That is what made this system very, very unacceptable. So in principle I agree with him, but they have to improve the question of, I believe something is wrong with the banks. And they should have the courage to arrest the bank that is not putting the money available to them, to the public. That is what the thing is.